Africa here to take a look at Disc 52. Released in December 1999 alongside Issue 52, the official UK PlayStation magazine. There are 9 playable demos and 2 video previews. This disc is really trying to be ambitious with that many demos, relying on the Tomb Raider and Spyro lineup, with a video of Gran Turismo 2 to boot. But is it all it's cracked up to be? Join me as I find out. We start with the demo for Championship Motocross. Bit of a niche sport. This game is all about racing on dirt bikes. The trick is learning how to properly control these bikes, as racing on the quagmire means you'll be constantly skidding off the track. The game received favourable reviews, with many critics agreeing that the initial difficulty of controlling a dirt bike will frustrate many, but the end result of winning races is satisfying. The demo gives you the Scotland track. The next demo is for Destrega, and it's another one that doesn't work on the PS3. It refuses to load after selecting the language. It's a shame, because this game is a one-on-one fighting game from Omega Force that allows the players to freely roam the environment. The fighting system is very deep, involving both physical and magical attacks that work like a rock paper scissors system. This game does play fine on the regular PlayStation. Well, moving on. Engage in a complex tale of government conspiracies, mad scientists, and military machinations in a demo for Fighting Force 2. With gameplay that feels like a 3D version of games such as Fatal Fury, you need to beat up every enemy in the current room before you're allowed to move on to the next, usually by collecting a keycard off one of the enemies. You may come across weapons that will help you deal with the onslaught of baddies, such as knives, guns, and grenades. Unlike the original Fighting Force, this game didn't do too well with critics, considering it competent but uninspired, suggesting you'll get burned out on its gameplay before you reach the end. The demo gives you one level. Help an orphaned fox become a true knight in the demo for Kingsley's Adventure, a medieval adventure game that has a very kid-friendly appearance, but a control scheme and difficulty that only adults could master. Kingsley needs to defeat the evil Bad Custard before he can convert all the kingdom's knights into dark knights with his black magic. The game didn't get much attention on release, but what few reviews it did receive were average. The demo has you tasked with recovering a stolen galleon for the local tavern. Your mission is impossible in a demo for Mission Impossible. Well, okay, not quite impossible, but you'll have to work pretty hard at it to succeed. Based on the movie, this game is sort of a cross between James Bond and Metal Gear Solid. Each mission you're given a goal, inserted into a large area, and left to your own devices. Critics were mixed on the game, comparing it to GoldenEye in the N64. The demo puts you in the cold and tasks you with meeting up with Clutter in a hostile base.
Stop right there! You're under arrest! You think it's cold here in Lundqvist? Wait till you get to Siberia.
Now for the demo of Killer Loop, a game clearly trying to compete with the Wipeout series, and if the reviews are to be believed, failing miserably. So what does it do different? Well, the crafts are tall tripods, and they are capable of racing on the walls and ceiling of the tracks. But other than that, there's nothing here that we haven't seen before. Not even a 2-player mode. The demo gives you the Hawaii track. Here's a demo for Millennium Soldier, or Expendable in North America. Another forgettable title. In this game, the world has been overrun by bloodthirsty aliens, so scientists have flown 2 super soldiers and sent them to shoot everything extraterrestrial. Each level is linear, almost to the point of being on rails, and you can find power-ups to improve your firepower, which will be useful for bosses. The full game also includes 2-player co-op and competitive modes. The demo gives you 5 minutes to blast everything in sight. Everyone's favourite fire breather is back in the demo for Spyro 2. Spyro finds himself in the land of Avalar to try and stop the evil sorcerer known as Ripto. This time, Spyro has access to some powerful new abilities that he can use by defeating enemies to activate special gates. I've covered the first Spyro game back on disc 39. This demo lets you try out 2 levels.
The water workers have boxed up most of our baby turtles. The boxes are incredibly strong. With a more powerful flame breath, maybe you could break them open and release the turtles. Thank you, young dragon. The baby turtles will be safe up here. Please take this talisman as a token of our gratitude.
Witness the results of franchise fatigue in the demo for Tomb Raider 4. Developed in parallel with Tomb Raider 3 and using 90% new code, with a brand new model and animations for Lara, this game is more of the same in the series, with a plot twist that came about because core design was getting quite tired of making Tomb Raider games by this point. Despite this, the game still received decent reviews, with critics noting the improved graphics and gameplay mechanics. The demo puts you in the Alexandria level. The first video preview is for Jimmy White's Cueball. The second video preview is, of course, for Gran Turismo 2, showcasing a bunch of replays pulled straight from the game. that's everything on this packed disc. There's definitely lots to do on this disc, but is it worth it? There seems to be a lot of demos for forgettable and not so great games here. Spread too thin, as they might say. But ultimately that is up to you. On the next disc, I actually get to play Gran Turismo 2, find myself kicking a football around yet again, and check out a proper Mario Kart beta. I'll see you then.